Time for a totally normal Minecraft playthrough where there's absolutely nothing different about my world at all. I hope that slowing down doesn't have any consequences at all. Oh wait. Damn. Howdy folks, my name is Speaker4 and today I'm going to be beating Minecraft except my entire world is made of Dripleaf. For those of you who aren't aware, Dripleaf is a block added in 1.17 that becomes temporarily non-solid when you stand on it, which means that if I slow down at all, I will fall through my world and die, which would make this challenge a little bit difficult. The name of the game today is going to be scavenging, so I started out by demolishing this house. I took all the wood, made a crafting table, made some wooden tools, and then took all the cobblestone as well. It was around this point that I noticed that any blocks I dropped would also fall through the world, which means I had to be very careful. I crafted up a stone axe and a pickaxe, and then stashed some goodies in this chest which I would never ever come back to. Through my entire playthrough, which lasted multiple hours, so please subscribe guys, this took me literally forever. The sun was setting, so I reset the day in a nearby abandoned house. Man, I wonder what happened to the villagers, hopefully nothing tragic and horrible. When morning came, I set off for a village in the distance. Villages in super flat worlds generate with chests, which is where I was going to get most of my food and gear. The name of the game was scavenging, and I was going to be doing a lot of it. I destroyed another house, and then headed off. In the next village, I made a friend. Oh, hello. It would be a good idea to not move off of that bed. You're gonna die. You are so going to die. Ooh. He's gone. Distraught over my villager friend's death, I decided the best thing to cheer me up would be robbing a leatherworker, where I got my first bit of armor. Hello. There was a blacksmith next door with a lot of monsters in his attic, but I got diamonds, gold, iron, and armor, so you know, it evens out a little bit. Oh yeah, this is more like it. For some reason, I thought my best course of action was to take a peek in the monster-filled attic, which, well, didn't go to plan. Mobs rained down on me, and I booked it out of there. Oh my god. Fuck. Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back, so I peeked inside the blacksmith house again with explosive results. Whew. That was a close one. Note to self, don't go into attics. Unless there's friends in it. Like the upstanding citizen I am, I kicked this villager out of his bed and went to sleep. I stole a few of their apples and decided that after that close call with the creeper, I needed a shield, and I needed a shield fast, so I crafted one up. Properly geared up, I went downstairs to leave but forgot one key fact. The building was inset and I had no way out. Fuck! I knew there wasn't a door down there. I knew I couldn't get out. Why did I... Hello boys, long time no see. After getting reacquainted with my villager friends and stealing a bit of their house, I headed to one of the villages in the distance. I was placing down blocks so I knew there was a trail so I could see where I had been. When I got to the village, I spotted a smoker in this house and decided that I absolutely needed it. The world, however, decided that I didn't. Fuck. Damn. Hey fellas, I think I'm gonna take a bit more of your house. After vandalizing their house, I set off to another village where I ran out of hunger and couldn't run anymore, which is a bit of a hazard in a world where you can't slow down or you'll die. Oh no, my hunger. Oh no. Whew. That was a close one. I got some good loot in this chest though, so it all worked out okay. Getting back a pickaxe and a shield was a great feeling, so I headed on my way. I spotted a farmer stuck on a composter, and because he was trapped, decided it was a perfect time to steal all of his apples. With a little bit of food secured, I decided it was time to raid every village in the nearby area for all of their goods. Super flat worlds are strange, and ones made of Dripleaf are even stranger. There was entire Minecraft days where I walked end on end, Dripleaf over Dripleaf, without seeing a single village. God, this challenge took forever. For some reason, I thought it was entirely necessary for me to strip these logs before accidentally opening this chest early and falling to my death. A villager decided he didn't like me in his neighborhood, so he tried to spleef me, but I jumped over him before rushing to a house. I needed it to be day immediately because the last thing I wanted was creepers spawning on top of these houses at night. Another blacksmith hut came with more diamonds and a well-earned lesson. I'm not even gonna think about it this time. I made another friend who quickly decided he no longer wanted to be friends anymore. With anyone. In the whole world. What? It was in a nearby blacksmith hut that I struck gold. Well, not Minecraft gold, because it's not very useful to me right now, but obsidian, which is exactly what I needed to get to the Nether, and to get out of this Dripleaf hell. I apologize for the way my voice sounds in some of these clips. It was very late at night and I didn't want to wake up my roommates. I don't think I'm going to get a chance to use horses. As part of my master get to the Nether plan, I crafted a bucket and then quickly picked up some lava. All I needed to do now is to get some water from a leatherworker's cauldron and I'd be set. I didn't sleep quickly enough and some creepers spawned on the roof, which freaked me out a little bit. Luckily, they were too slow to catch up with me and quickly fell through the world. I spotted a leatherworker's house and knew that I finally had water. And now I finally had the ingredients to make more obsidian to go to the Nether. I decided to check out a blacksmith hut right before I went though, and found a bunch more obsidian. And now I had plenty. I was in a bit of an ironic mood, so I decided that the best place to put my portal to hell was in this church. 'Cause you know, obviously. If I wanted this church to be my base of operations, I needed to make it safe. So I took out some of the Dripleaf to start up a floor, and then did the rest of it. With the last of the building rendered safe, I got to work on my Nether portal. I had enough obsidian for a big portal, so I decided to be a little fancy. It was around this moment that I realized that I didn't have a flint and steel, and had no method of getting one. So my only option to light this portal was going to be lava and blocks of wood. I knew from experience that this would take forever, and it did. For a second, I thought I had it. Come on, come on, come on. But there was a little something in the way. Did that just not light because of that torch? Well, back to it. After nearly half an hour of waiting, I decided that I had had enough and went to go terrorize one of the nearby villagers. They took the opportunity I provided to run away and probably fall to their deaths. But you know, who wouldn't? At some point, I turned and noticed my portal had lit, and quickly booked it back there. Into the Nether we go! I spawned in another waste biome, and it was one of the most beautiful things I'd ever seen. Finally, there was no more Dripleaf. At this point, I'd been on this challenge for about 4 hours. If I wanted to finish it, I needed gold, and I needed gold fast. Luckily, considering it was a post 1.16 Nether, gold was literally everywhere. Is that a bastion? My Nether portal is right there. And that's a bastion. I booked it to the bastion, took out the piglin brutes, and quickly looted the chest. I'm gonna be honest, there wasn't a whole lot in those. But luckily, the good loot from bastions comes in the walls, where there's whole gold blocks that I can break down. At the risk of making piglins angry, of course. But it was a risk I was willing to take. Anything to be done with this damn challenge. I went back to my nether portal where I lured this piglin with some gold and stuck him in a hole to do some trading. Totally ethical trade practices. I'm a nice guy, however, so I gave him a friend, and went to find some more gold while they were trading. It wasn't long before they tossed up a couple of ender pearls, and then more. And more. And right when I was about to leave, even more. It was time to find a fortress. Whew. Whoa, would you look at that? Splashing some fire resistance on me, I charged in at the blazes. It was time to get this finished. It wasn't long before I got a couple of blaze rods, and then got a couple more. The blazes seemed pretty eager to get me out of there, given the damage I was taking, and so I gave them their wish and sprinted out. Home sweet home. With blaze rods and ender pearls secured, I had everything that I needed to activate the stronghold portal. Now some of you might be saying, hey speaker, how are you going to beat the game when strongholds don't generate in super flat worlds? Well, we're playing by skyblock rules. Somewhere deep in the nether fortress, my friend has hidden an end portal. I just have to find it. Alright, let's beat this game. Luckily, I remembered where the nether fortress was, so I made my way back and resigned myself to a long search through a very, very long fortress. I had no idea where they had hidden the end portal, and it was going to take a while for me to find it. A very, very, very long while. Where is it? Oh. Oh? Fuck, fuck, fuck. I had found it and was about to die. Luckily, I got over my death and quickly made my way into the portal room. Ooh, fancy. Alright. This is it. I had everything I needed to face the dragon, so I wasted no time placing the Eyes of Ender. Watch them have built this wrong and it doesn't light. Whew, thank God. Alright, let's get this challenge over with. The end took a little while to load, but I spawned in the classic endstone box and quickly burrowed my way out of it. I loaded up my crossbow and headed over to take out the end crystals, making sure not to look at any endermen as I had done before. I find crossbow shooting in Minecraft a little easier than bow shooting, so it went pretty well. The dragon was doing its best to nail me with its magic breath, but I kept shooting. Man, you are really trying to hit me, aren't you? Ooh, I am good. I see you there. Is that all of them? Alright. With the last crystal taken care of, I pearled down and began stabbing the dragon. Unfortunately, I only had an iron sword, so this was going to take a while. Before too long, I got fed up with the iron sword and began exploding the beds that I had brought. I almost burned myself to death, but my quick use of fire put it out. In a truly shocking turn of events, the dragon took offense to me beating it with a sword and flung me into the air. Luckily, I had a water bucket on me. Oh, I'm a god. I got the dragon down to only a sliver of its health when it decided it was just going to circle aimlessly for a very long time. Let's play a game called How Many Times Can I Miss? There we go. Finally. With the dragon finally beaten, I was almost done. Let's get the egg. And call it a day. This challenge took literally forever. I kept falling through the world, items were very hard to come by, so when I got back I loaded all of my stuff into a chest, walked out my front door to say hello to my best friend Gravity. Alright folks, I've been Speaker 4, this has been Minecraft but the whole world is Dripleaf. Be sure to like and subscribe and I'll catch you on the flip side. Later.